What's up, players and playettes? This is Just In Case. Y'all can call me Juice. 2 reasons. 1, because I like to drink juice. And 2, because I'm freaking juiced.
Yeah, whatever. This is Not a Chance, and on week number 4, we're going to be talking about the contrast of lust and love.
That's week quattro for all you chicas out there. And I can tell you be lusting after me, but baby, I love you.
Yeah, not a chance.
Where should teenagers draw the line? How far is too far?
I think when it is too far, when the flesh appears and temptation is looking at the physical body and not knowing how to stop.
As long as the 2 people involved and, after they've committed to each other and agreed that they're going to be committed to each other, as long as they both understand what they're getting involved with and are okay with it, because it's really about them and nobody else, then I think everything should, not everything, but most things should go. I can't really.
Personally, after kissing, I think that's as far as it should go.
It's all up to the individual, what, individuals feel comfortable with, as long as there, like you said, some sort of consensus, yeah.
STDs can be transmitted in so many different ways.
It is kind of, repulsive to hear about kids that are 11 or 12, having sex. That seems really young.
The less the better, until you really know how to either deal with the problems or protect yourself from them.
However far they feel the need to go, obviously they would decide that, negotiating it amongst them as they have, free will.
I guess that line would have to be determined by each individual or each couple.
I think that's an individual decision that you need to you need to know, and you need to be set in your decision, but that's something that it's different for everyone.
I think that that's something that needs to be discussed between the 2 teenagers.
Strive to hold out until you're completely monogamous. If that is marriage, more power to you, but if not, you need to be, it would be wise to be completely settled in with each other and have a firm understanding of who that person is.
Obviously, that's something that each person is different.
I think the line should be drawn with each person as an individual. There's an exercise that I heard of called Yes, No, Maybe, and you go through a list of sexual activities, and you say, yes, this is something that I'd be interested in trying, maybe not now, but at some point. No, this is not something that I want to do ever. And maybe, I could maybe enjoy that, maybe I won't. And it should be an open communication, constantly, and not just something you had this conversation once and then we're moving on now past that. It should be something that you continue to go back to and change and revise and
Once a pastor say to something about your swimsuit and not touching where the swimsuit covers and
I think anytime where you feel like you've lost control or you're not who you feel like you're meant to be, or you just feel like you haven't put the other person first.
When you're not comfortable.
I think that it's going to depend on the comfort zone of the individual person.
That will trouble teenagers for so long.
But I definitely think it is more advantageous for both the male and the female to wait for anything beyond holding hands and kissing and till you're older and have a better understanding of yourself and your body.
It's up to teenagers to find that out for themselves. Now, I would recommend that they fall on the side of grace and patience. But talking about teenagers, and guess what? Those hormones, they run like 7 gangs of devils.
Oh, I think again that depends on your own personal situation.
Too far is when a girl says no and the boy pursues it further.
I really do advocate just waiting a while regardless of your religion or whatever, because you really do grow as a person.
If you mean how far is that? Just give it to me. Thank you. If you mean how far is your virginity, because that generally seems to be what obvious Christians are attempting to, preserve. There are varying stages of virginity. Pretty much everything from second base south. You've started to lose your virginity.